JJ, first off, how does it feel to have joined the club on a permanent basis?
Yeah, it's good. I'm delighted to obviously be here. I had a taste of it last season with coming on loan, and it's a club that I enjoy being a part of for the short time that I was here. And I think a lot needs to change. I think the club are trying to do that in terms of the personnel they're bringing in, and I think the ethos the last couple of years has struggled in terms of it's been a losing mentality, if I'm honest, and COVID's kept the club up twice. But I think this year it's got to change mentality wise, both as players and as a whole sort of club, really. You know, it's COVID's not going to save the club this year. It's a fact, and as players we need to do our utmost to perform week in, week out, and get the club up the right end of the table, which I believe we can do, and is the reason we come here.
Yeah, how so determined are you to be a part of the squad that does get this club pushing in the right direction again? Because as you mentioned there, it hasn't been a great 3 seasons, that you know from being here, a brief spell last season.
Definitely, I think it's massive. I think, like I said, the ethos has got to change. You know, I think the club's been used to losing for the last couple of years and almost accepting defeat, and I think it's something that needs to change. You know, it really needs to change, and obviously Nelson's brought in players who are used to this level. Maybe sometimes last year the lads done brilliant attitude-wise and stuff like that, but it's a tough league. You know, the National League's a tough league to be in, and the players maybe last year struggled a little bit, and that was totally understandable. You know, it's a young group, and you're in a league which is physical and tough. And this year, I think the recruitment's been really, really good from Nels so far. And I think as a group of players, we need to stand up and be counted this year. You know, like I say, the ethos has got to change in terms of the mentality. It's got to go from a losing mentality to a winning mentality, and that's got to be in training and games. And I think we've got to set standards as players. You know, you've got to have them standards wherever you go, home, away, training or games. And I think it's important that we give the fans something to cheer about this season. You know, they'll be back in the stadium as of August, and we need to give them a team to be proud of and a team that can be pushing in the right direction rather than the wrong direction.
Yeah, what were the main factors in your coming here? Was it a sense of sort of unfinished business, or was it the fact that you know that the manager is building a really strong squad for next season?
Both, yeah. I think I want to be part of something successful. I enjoyed it here. I enjoy working under Nelsh. You know, I've got a great relationship with him. He's done really well this summer with recruitment. His first real summer of recruitment, and he wants to do good things with his football club. The first thing I asked before I signed was if he's staying, because I think when you work under a manager who believes in you and who wants you to do well, which is what I really want to do, you know, then I want to come and play for Nels, and I want to come and play for this football club. You know, it's a good club built on good history with good people, and I think that I can help the club. I really do, and I'm a senior lad now at 29, nearly 30, and I've had a lot of experiences in football, and I want to help this club up the right end of the table. You know, I don't want to be in a relegation battle this year. It's the last thing I want to do, and like I said, I think with the recruitment that's already happened so far, that the club can be at the right end of the table and near the top. And I think it's important that you want to be successful. I want to be successful till I finish playing football, and the reason I've come here is to be successful and help this football club as best I can.
Yeah, you touched on it there, but how big of a part did Michael Nelson play in you coming here? Because I know when we spoke last time when you signed, you know, you spoke about how he really wanted you to come here, and that was a big factor in drawing you to the club.
Yeah, massive. He wanted me when I was on loan earlier last season, and he wanted me to come this season. You know, and it's a massive thing. You know, if you ask any footballer, you want to feel wanted, and you want to feel that the manager wants you to be there, and it's great. You know, he's someone I've played with at Gateshead. He's someone I've known for a few years now, and he's someone that wants me. He wants me to play every week in, week out. He's told me the responsibilities that he has of me and what he wants me to do next season, and that's what I want to do. You know, I really want to be successful here. I want to help the club as best I can, and I want to repay the faith that Nelson's put in me on the pitch.
Yeah, obviously we want to look forward, but how difficult was it to leave Gateshead? I know obviously Gateshead and Blyth are rivals, but you know, Gateshead is a club that you've had a lot of time at, and obviously you've got a lot of love and respect for. Massive
respect, yeah. It's 7 good years, and if I'm honest, I wouldn't be at Blyth now if I wasn't at Gateshead for 7 years, you know, because I've moved to the North East, my home's in the North East, and I had 7 wonderful years at a great football club. You know, I had a lot of highs, I had probably more lows than highs, but it's football, and I've got respect for the Gateshead supporters. I've got respect for Mike Busted and all the staff at Gateshead, because they've been brilliant with me, and sometimes football doesn't work out, opinions different, and that's what happened at Gateshead, and I'm forever thankful to the opportunity they gave me there. I've had 7 terrific years, a great football club, rivalry aside, and I know there's a big rivalry, but I had great times there. But I'm a Blyth player now, and my aim is to do as well as I've done at Gateshead here, and try and be as successful at Blyth as I was at Gateshead. And try and get this club up the right end. You know, I want to be successful. I want to achieve more things in my career. Like I say, I'm nearly 30 now, and I feel like I've got a lot more to give in terms of succeeding again. I was lucky at Gateshead to play at Wembley in playoff games and big games, and I want that at Blyth. You know, I want to be involved in playoff games and big football matches, and give the town of Blyth and the supporters here something to really cheer about and be proud of the team.
Yeah, are you relishing a new challenge? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. It's something different. You know, obviously I've been full time my whole career. It's part time here, but I'm going to try and stay as full time as I can in respect of going to the gym every day, and it's something that's going to be different. But I think it's all about mentality and changing the mentality at this football club. I really do, and I want to be a big part of that. You know, I want to have standards every week in training, and them standards need to come across to games. I think it's really important. You know, like we said before, it's had a losing mentality the last couple of years, and that's got to change. It really has. And I spoke to Michael Nelson on the phone, and I said to him, for me, that's the thing that's got to change the most. You know, it's almost an acceptance the last 2 years of defeat, and unless you switch that mentality, it will be that again. And you can have all the players in the world with all the ability in the world, but if you've got that losing mentality, then you're always going to struggle. And I'm a believer that we've got to install that winning mentality, whether it be in training every week and going into games. I think it's so important that we stick together as a group the whole season. You've got some long treks in this league, you know, your Herefords, your Gloucesters, Tuesday nights, cold, wet, windy, and I think it's important you stick together, and if you've got that camaraderie and team spirit, then I'm sure we'll do really well.
Yeah, the fans have obviously taken sort of really well here since you've joined the club. Just how much are you looking forward to hopefully meeting them next season in front of, as I say, a buzzing Croft Park with obviously the players that are coming in?
Yeah, I think it's all about giving them something to shout about. You know, fans are football clubs. I've said it at every football club I've been at. The players come and go, chairmen come and go, managers come and go, but the supporters are the lifeblood of a football club, and all they'll want as supporters is a team to be proud of, a team that they can be proud to support. And I know supporters support their team, win, lose or draw, but supporters enjoy a team where they're winning, you know, and they're all on the pitch. And I think as players we've got to sort of understand that. You know, supporters spend their hard-earned money following you around the country. They spend their hard-earned money being here at Croft Park, and I think it's really important that as players we give them something to be proud of and something that they want to follow. And I think it's also important they feel a part of what we're trying to achieve. I think in a club that's successful, you see clubs that are successful up and down the country, and it's a real togetherness, you know, from the board to the manager to the players to the supporters. So I think it's vitally important that as players we understand that, and it would be great to get out and play in front of supporters here, obviously next season when it does get going, and hopefully we can give them to be a team to be proud of, and a team that's fighting up the right end of the table.